Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Roman. This is Roman Rides channel and today I'm featuring a 2025 Infiniti QX80 Sensory Edition. Let's go.
In audio.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Roman. Once again welcome to my channel. Today I'm featuring this 2025 Infiniti QX80. Let's go. So thanks to Infiniti of Tampa here in Tampa Bay area. This is the 2025 Infiniti QX80 Sensory. So this is the not top trim, this is not top dog, but still it's very close. The price for this vehicle crosses just over $100,000. So yeah, from the design standpoint, let's take a look at this vehicle. First of all, definitely it resembles the predecessor. So you can see the same line, not the same, but similar lines in terms of the hood and the main cabin, right? But the major and radical departure here is that the headlights now, they have been moved to the lower part of the bumper. So now your main headlights, which are projector style headlights, so it's not like a reflector. Cheaper style, it's like a full-blown projector style LED. They are adaptive, so they can switch between high beam, low beam. They have also corner lighting as well. Now you have these daytime running lights, and you have all LED lights here all around, tail lights, headlights. What else? So you have your turn signals, your blinkers also integrated in this section, the same section as DRL. You have a new logo of Infiniti. You have 360 cameras. You have radar, adaptive radar cruise control. You have parking sensors all around. You have 22-inch wheels, 275. Wrapped up in Bridgestone. It's 275 by 50, 22-inch wheels. You have stationary running boards. You have these special handles, pop-up handles, how they're called usually. And I really like the tail light and the rear part of this vehicle. Obviously, it's 360 camera. You have the new script. The new script says QX80 in 4WD, which stands for four-wheel drive. In a vertical orientation, you have Infiniti spelled out here across the tailgate. And what else? Parking sensors, and you have this kind of like faux exhaust tips, but actually the real exhaust tip just one, and it's under the bumper on the right side. So I really like how this vehicle looks from the exterior standpoint. Now let's take a look what powers this engine. So let me pop open the hood and see what's powering this engine, which is also another radical departure. So unlike the predecessor, which is QX80 2024 and before, previous model years, now that vehicle came standard with 5.6 VK56D direct injection, producing 400 horsepower, made it to 7-speed automatic transmission. It could be had with all-wheel drive or just rear-wheel drive with 2-speed transfer case. So what Infiniti has done here, they switched to a twin turbocharged 3.5-liter engine. It's derived from VR30 DDTT. Now this is called VR35 DDTT. So they have bored out the engine. Now it's 3.5 liter versus 3 liter, which you can find in the vehicles like Infiniti Q50, Q60 Red Sport, as well as Nissan Z and Nissan Z Nismo as well. And relatively similar design is being currently used in the Nissan GTR. That vehicle has displacement of 3.8 liters. So this is right in the middle between the GTR displacement engine and between the Infiniti Q50, Q60, 3.5, 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot. At the same time, the weight of this vehicle has increased as well. I watched a few YouTubers doing 0 to 60 measurement, and unfortunately this car has gained more weight. And even though this vehicle has got more power compared to the outgoing model, because 50 more horsepower, around 100 more pound-feet of torque, at the same time with increased weight, 0 to 60 time has been slightly increased. So now 0 to 60 time is 6.2, 6.3 seconds, maybe 6.1 depending on how you launch this vehicle, compared to 5.5, 5.6 in the outgoing model. So in terms of suspension, this is double wishbone front suspension, airbags here in the front, airbags in the rear, in the back as well. So it's like 4 corners air suspension. You can adjust the suspension height. It has automatic mode and rear independent multi-link suspension in the back as well. It's body on frame. This vehicle competes with the same vehicles in this class like Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, and Jeep Grand Wagoneer and regular Wagoneer, probably Grand Wagoneer. And what I really don't like about these technical specs is that you see it's a floating caliper, unlike other competitors. They offer like a fixed 6.4, not 6.4, yeah, 6.4 piston calipers. This one features a floating caliper. I think it won't be enough for such a mass vehicle, but we'll see in the drive portion of this video. Other than that, it's a direct injection. It requires a premium gas, twin turbocharged Infiniti. Yeah, the engine bay is just massive. Now let's go to the interior and see what you can get, or what, yes, basically what $100,000 can get you. First of all, let's start from the seats. So the seat trim is plastic here with some plastic buttons. I wish Infiniti, or yeah, Infiniti, I want to say Nissan, I wish Infiniti had like this aluminum-like or aluminum button here. It would be very nice, but again, still it's about functionality. In terms of functionality, you have adjustable, inflatable, deflatable side bolsters in the seat back, as well as massaging seats for the first row only. They are heated, they are ventilated, it's perforated, genuine semi-aligned leather. Looks very nice. You have stitching, you have piping. In terms of the door cards, you have 2 memory seat option for the driver's seat, 2 memory seat option for the passenger seat. You have Klipsch premium audio with 24 speakers here. You have power folding outside mirrors. You have Klipsch aluminum grills here. Really what I wanted to have here, something similar to this speaker grill, but being utilized here would be very nice. So it would be looking more upscale, I would say. So getting into the cabin. So first of all, when I close the door, unfortunately I don't have soft closing doors for this price. So currently I have my massage seats on, I have my ventilated seats on, and what I want to say, the massaging seat is not like German competitors, for example, where you have different inflatable chambers in the cushion in the seat back as well. They will massage your under thighs, they will massage your back and lumbar. Here what Infiniti is using there is just a regular lumbar like electric motor going up and down to the left to the right, and you can hear that. Unfortunately, you can hear it more than probably you would like to, but still you have massaging seats as an option. I mean, some competitors, they offer slightly more sophisticated massaging seat options, but nevertheless, still this is a gorgeous interior in terms of architecture, in terms of flowing lights and all that stuff. You have 3-zone climate control, not 4-zone climate control. I thought that this vehicle, for its price, which is just over $100,000, would provide 4-zone climate control, but it's 3-zone climate control. Again, I'm not complaining about this. I'm just saying, compared to other vehicles, some of them offer just a little bit more options. So what you have here, you can use your mode selector here using this screen to switch from automatic all-wheel drive, because this is like on-demand part-time all-wheel drive. It's not like a full-time. That's why you have auto all-wheel drive, or you have 4 or high. Unfortunately, in this specific generation of Infiniti QX80, they have dropped the two-speed transfer case with lower gear ratio, with higher gear ratio. Unfortunately, you're stuck with just the higher gear ratio now, and by default, this vehicle is rear-wheel drive, and all basic versions of this vehicle, they come standard with rear-wheel drive, but you can option this out with all-wheel drive. It's all-wheel drive on demand, as I told before. So basically, if it's slippery and in some conditions, the car will put some power to the front wheel. So that's how you have this all-wheel drive. It's not like full-time all-wheel drive, for example, compared to some of the other competitors in this class, but almost all of them, they also have on-demand all-wheel drive. I'm talking about body and frame vehicles. So when you're using this mode button here and you go to from all-wheel drive to 4H, four-wheel drive, this is where you have this transparent hood feature that basically shows you what's underneath the vehicle. So you can see it's working in live mode. You can turn the wheels to the left, to the right, and you can expand this view to both of these 14.3-inch monitors, providing the great visibility of what's behind the hood, what's under the hood. Really nice, but I wish Infiniti had more advanced camera system in terms of resolution, because the definition of this video is not like the best definition compared to some of the other competitors, but still you have this feature, which is really nice. You also have this automatic air suspension button, so you can put it in a general automatic mode, for example, but you also have manual options, so you can go high, you can go down. For example, for easy entry access, for easy unload and loading access, you can drop the vehicle down to the ground, closer to the ground, or you can higher it up, make it higher actually. So the ground clearance really varies. So 3-zone climate control, this is your different not sport mode, just regular driving modes, towing mode, sport mode, snow mode. In terms of driving and towing, this car can tow maximum 8,500 pounds towing capacity maximum with all-wheel drive, with 3.5 turbocharged engine making 450 horsepower, as I mentioned before. So it's not bad numbers. In terms of these two screens, one of the features I really like, so you can switch between operating this right screen here or operating this left digital gauge cluster here. So switching, it's hard buttons, it's not touch or capacitive sensor or touch buttons like, for example, you can find in Mercedes-Benz. It's more straightforward, it's more clear to understand what these buttons are doing. So you can switch and cycle through different information, like your height control of your air suspension, consumption, fuel consumption, average, everything. So you can cycle through that, or you can go to this screen and cycle through different menus, for example, right? So you can go to this menu, to this menu. You can have a full Google Maps shown on the full screen here. So what else you have? A new logo, a new steering wheel. It's wrapped in leather. You have paddle shifter, so if you're 9-speed automatic ZF transmission, automatic headlights, auto beam, auto high beam, auto low beam, rain sensing wipers. You have you don't have black ceiling, unfortunately. I wish the sensory trim had this black ceiling, but you have this light kind of beige interior and everything else. Klipsch audio system also integrated in your head restraints as well. I really like this seats, but what I'm missing here is that extended under thigh support. That would be great if Infiniti had it. So you have 2 cup holders here, you have 1 wireless charger here, 2 more USB-C ports here, as well as one of the largest cubbies in the class. It's lined with felt, really nice. It's looking upscale, and it's very, very soft. They are comfortable, and you should try before buying this vehicle. And also you have this small department, like a floating department, going to the second row. What Infiniti, in terms of a family vehicle, can provide. It can provide an easy access to the third row. So you just click the button there, and it goes all the way to the front. Some vehicles, some trims, they have extended multimedia system with 2 monitors in the back, but not in our case. So this provides great access to the third row, and it's power operated. As you can see, I'm just using these buttons. They should be used by those rear third seat occupants, but in terms of demonstration purposes, I'm just showing you how you can operate that. So it's power operated second row, power operated third row. You can go there no problem. I had 6.2. I can sit there no problem. Let me show you that. So I'm sitting here no problem, and I can put this seat back actually, and I do not touch that. So I have some knee room there. Again, my height is 6.2, so yeah, a lot of space here, but some of the competitors like Jeep Grand Wagoneer L and Cadillac Escalade and Lincoln Navigator, they probably have around the same amount of legroom and knee room, but probably Jeep Grand Wagoneer offers even a bit more than this. So still you have two cup holders here for the second row passengers. For the third row passengers, you have, again, power operated third row, you have USB Type-C charging port, you have personal AC vents, and you have LED lighting here. So let's go back. And to be honest, you don't have to go all the way back. So you can use this, the entry point between, the space between the two captain chairs. So you see you have power operated second row. Unfortunately, it's not massaging seats, but they're heated, they're ventilated. It's 3-zone climate control, two cup holders, very nice stitching, leather, they're comfortable, they're soft, and yeah, they look premium, they feel premium, and they are premium. Now let's go to the trunk and see how much cargo space you actually have in the 2025 QX80. Nice light bar here. So again, because of air suspension option in this vehicle, you can lower the vehicle to easily offload something or upload something here. You have a household style outlet here, 120 volts, 150 watts. You can fold the third row seats down and it will become just a cavern, just a cavernous space here. So you can put probably a refrigerator, washing machine, and dryer as well. And you can put down those those seats. So yeah, in terms of transformation and cabin transformation, in terms of hauling some materials and people, I think that's a great vehicle. But for some of the people, probably they would rather have like a bench style seat here, not the captain chairs. In terms of pricing, this 2025 Infiniti QX80 Sensory 4-wheel drive costs $102,000, so $640. So $100,000 basically for this vehicle before taxes. It's Sensory 4-wheel drive, premium audio system, 24 speakers. So let's talk about competitors in this class, like vehicles like Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, and others. They also offer similar features, similar amenities like this vehicle does, but some of those, they have four-zone climate control, like this one, which has 3-zone climate control. Some of them provide massaging seats for the second row, for the captain chairs. But to be honest, if you go with Autograph, so Autograph provides massaging rear seats as well, but you have to pay. This is the top trim level where you can get that. And you don't also have Siri talking something to me, so he's hearing what I'm listening to what I'm saying. So yeah, you should say bye-bye to privacy when you're wearing Apple Watches. So you don't have sunshades, you have floating brake calipers here, you don't have 4-zone climate control, and other than that, everything else looks really nice, really great. I really like how this vehicle looks and feels. Yes, there are some of the features I'm missing here, but yeah, it's up to you. If you really like Infiniti and Nissan cars, if you're a big fan of Infiniti cars and you don't want to go with something more conventional like Cadillac Escalade, I think this is the vehicle to go. So now it's time to take it for a quick spin and then I'll wrap this video up.
I can see the number 1. Go 2 stoplights and hang a right.
So it's automatically adjusting air suspension, right? It's called digital.
Backup, yeah.
Right. And it's backed by online maps, right? Like quality of the road surfaces, or it can adjust itself even in advance.
No, it actually has just a set ride height.
Okay.
Over 55 mile an hour, it drops like 3/4 of an inch for aerodynamics.
Right.
I'll turn right up here.
Very nice.
We're going to turn right at this first entrance.
Straight?
Right again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's like a test track. Wow. The turn radius is so small.
Yeah, you can turn around on a 2-lane road.
But it doesn't have the rear steering.
No.
And still it manages to.
Yes.
Wow. That's cool. I really noticed that the front wheels, they like lean inwards. You know, like old Mercedes vehicles? You remember when you turn the steering wheel, their wheels would not only turn to the left, but like lean to the left or to the right. Exactly, to shorten the turn radius. So what's our route now?
So we'll go straight ahead.
Okay.
Round the roundabout and back out to the stoplight and hang a right.
I recently drove the 2023 Nissan Armada, powered by the outgoing 5.6.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that vehicle feels peppier than this one.
Hello? Yeah. The other side, so straight across.
Okay.
Hang out in the right lane. Get up about 30 mile an hour and jump on the brakes. Jump on the brakes. Hit hard.
Yeah, not bad, especially considering it's
6,000 pounds.
it's a floating caliper. It's not like a fixed caliper. I'm really amazed, because from the exterior standpoint, you can see just like a regular floating caliper, but it's actually really powerful as well.
There's some bumps here, so you see how it rides on the bumps. Pay extra for this part of the road.
You definitely feel this body on frame feeling.
So 45 mile an hour, drive it through the S curve, no brake. Let the car do the work.
Okay, I feel it. So it's like anti-roll, right?
Yeah, you have traction control.
Gotcha.
Not really, it's called active trace control.
Nice. It's a bit unusual to hear this V6 compared to the outgoing V8.
It's quick off the line. It beats Escalade 6.0 and it beats the
6.2 you meant?
yeah 6.2 and the 3.5
Navigator?
Navigator.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's quicker. I proved that on the test track. They thought I was crazy.
And it's derived from Q50, Q60 engines,
No, sir.
VR30.
No, it's a 35.
Yeah, I know, but basically the block, the short block is basically from the same family, right?
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see it's a completely different engine, but
Bigger pistons.
right, it's bore out.
Combustion.
Yeah. Direct injection.
450, 560 foot-pounds of torque.
Mm-hmm. But also it's got heavier compared to the outgoing model. And they have dropped the low-speed transfer case
It's got a 9-speed tranny in it.
compared to the 7-speed outgoing. Yeah, so it should be snappier.
Gonna make a right. It's 2 miles a gallon better. For smaller motors.
And more torque. It's like 100 more or something like that, right?
No, it's more than that. Let's see, you had 403, so it's 113.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it definitely feels. In terms of the first response from the dig from the start.
Yep.
Should we go straight?
Yeah, we'll go straight down to Del Mar and hang around.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to turn up here.
Yeah.
We're gonna get in front. We're gonna go southbound Del Mar.
I'm using blinkers.
Look at that.
I know so many people that do not use them. It's so frustrating.
They
All right, it's time to sum this video up. So Infiniti QX80 2025. So what I really liked about this vehicle, I really like how it looks. First of all, so looks-wise, it's just an amazing. It's a very handsome vehicle, especially with these 22-inch wheels. I have no controversial aspects of the design of this car. It really looks just amazing. In terms of packaging and features for this price, I think would be nice to have a 4-zone climate control instead of 3-zone climate control. For this specific trim, which is sensory, I really wish Infiniti had additional sunshades in the back for the back doors. And yeah, I also wish Infiniti had soft closing doors. Unfortunately, this trim does not come with soft closing doors in neither of the trims, the sensory or the top one autograph. So this is like minor disadvantage, especially considering this price. Everything else is very modern. Air suspension, the vehicle just floats. It's like a lane yacht. Obviously it's body and frames. Like first of all, when you go over the bump, the first shake is like the frame shake itself, and then it goes to the body. So like this double shake feeling, which is obviously a feature that has that's present in many cars, so it's not something that really makes this vehicle stand out of the crowd. But again, this body and frame, if you don't like body and frame vehicles, I think you should go with Mercedes GLS or BMW X7. But for what it is, I think it's very snappy. The transmission is very snappy. The air suspension is nice, especially considering it's active air suspension, so it prevents the body lean and body pitch, which is really nice. So it's very stable, but again, it's slightly slower in terms of 0 to 60. But again, who cares about 0 to 60 in these type of vehicles? It's quick enough for what it is, for what its weight. So I think that's about it for this QX80 2025. If you enjoyed this video, if you really like, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the like button, hit the bell notification button so that you do not miss any new uploads. And again, thanks to Infiniti of Tampa for allowing me to test this car and to review this car. If you're interested in this car, they have a lot of options and they have a lot of cars available here. Not only the QX80, but Q50, Q60, QX60, and more. So thank you for watching. See you next time.